this match so far. So if you like Hollywood, we got more of it for you. It's going to be Ghost and Complexity. It is map number 3 in this series. Ghost up 2-0 at the moment. They've been taking it to Complexity. Originally, we thought this veteran experience of Complexity was really going to give them quite the advantage in this scenario. And Ghost, a team that is, I mean, they've played some LANs before, various players in various games. They've played LAN. But, I mean, they are showing that they also have this drive and determination to win. Very much ahead in the series, and Complexity needs to turn it around right here. They are starting off on defense. We'll see what Ghost brings out on this offensive side. Wonder if that Michael Sombra is going to stay.
That would certainly be an interesting change of pace.
Yeah, I think we've never seen that from.
I honestly wouldn't bank on it. If that's the comp, they're still running 2 healers in that situation, along with Sombra.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
You know.
Yeah, going over to Tracer, and I mean, we saw even on the defensive side, and defensive Tracer on Hollywood is very good, and Michael's Tracer, in particular, is very good. Now taking it to offense, but Harblue is at the moment waiting. Oh, he's waiting towards the alley to see maybe if he could get someone from Ghost, but they're starting to get some entrance right now. Getting a hook into Winghaven right out of the gate. He's managed to stay nice and supported, healed up, and Ajax actually getting high ground. Harblue putting one right into the dome of Michael. 3 kills across for Complexity. Harblue hooking Connor J back in, winning the better of that Roadhog battle. And that'll be a hold off the start for Complexity. Harblue feeling good here to get his kicked off.
So far, 45 seconds burned off. Complexity coming out on top overall. They're still working on getting some of their ultimates online, but they're certainly a bit ahead in the economy. However, Michael getting very close to a pulse bomb already. He's going to be looking to place that somewhere in this next fight.
Michael
right now.
Michael too has wrapped himself all the way around. He's trying to get into the towards the flank side of the Complexity players. And there he is. He's now coming into Cafe. He's got the pulse bomb off on a Harblue. Finished him off. Well executed from Michael, just being such a disturbance for Complexity, and now Ghosts have gotten 3 kills. They do use a nano boost, Jake, but that is just shut down in seconds. Ghost looking so good on this first point push. They only needed 2 tries at that one, and they will take point number 1 here. Have quite a bit of time to work through this streets phase as well.
A lot of the time, Michael breaks out Tracer. It is bad news for their opponent. So far, working out exactly the same for Complexity. Breezing through the first point, it goes now into the streets phase. Complexity looking to mount as much of a hold as they did before. Graviton is already coming out. Ghost has caught it up in the middle of it. Torque's going to jump all the way in on Zarya, but right now, a hook coming out. Harblue getting pulled in. He's getting bounced all the way. Throwing back.
Oh, goodness.
The exchange.
Oh, man. It nearly got it. Pulse bomb off. There was no shift to be had from Nicholas, so Michael's pulse bomb ends up getting the kill there, and somehow Baby Babe made it out alive right there. I don't know how. He was hanging on the skin of his teeth. Now Ghost getting some time down, or getting some movement on this payload as Complexity's waiting for all those respawns to come back. They will be up here shortly, and they will have quite a number of ultimates to work with. Baby Bay getting the nano boost. He sends the Graviton out, a decent bit of charge as well, but the Blizzard getting put on top of the point is going to, thwart most of this push. Connor J gets Nicholas somehow, and actually, Ghosts are coming out on top of the fight. In the end, they staved off the Blizzard, and they just re-push. Hook from Connor J, taking out Shake. And they're looking to clean up as well. Michael in the backline takes out Torque. They're just going to stagger kills. He wants Joe Meister as well, but Nicholas shuts him down. But still, there's going to be a lot of movement on the payload here from Ghost getting very close to this second checkpoint.
3 minutes and 20 seconds left. The second checkpoint is virtually guaranteed for Ghost, probably on to the third, but right now Complexity has something to say. They're going to mount one final defense on the second point at least, perhaps going to turn it into a few here. That wall causing a little bit of panic from Baby Babe, but not catching it. Meanwhile, Michael finding Harblue again. He's just bullying him with a pulse bomb.
Michael's got him in his wallet right now, just trying to get that pulse bomb onto him every chance he gets. Baby Babe with a Graviton, looking to use it if he has to. I don't even think he's going to need it on this fight. Ghost are just, oh goodness, in absolute full flow. taking point number 2. 4 minutes for last. Now, we've seen teams struggle trying to move into the last point, but they're pushing all the way up, getting these guys that were off of the Complexity players that got the forward spawn, getting those extra kills. And now Ghost in a good position. Will get a decent bit of movement off the payload, but there will be Graviton and Blizzard combo coming up somewhat soon for Complexity, probably on this next fight that they can certainly win with.
But in the meantime, Ghost also holding on to a pretty amazing combo of their own. Baby Bay, he's got a Graviton. Michael's working on his Pulse Bomb. And that's Graviton's already coming out from Baby Bay. Michael's looking for the Pulse Bomb. Michael throws it in, but he doesn't come up with a kill out of it.
Pulse Bomb, there was a shield out in the middle of it as well. Now Graviton into Blizzard. This should certainly be the fight for Complexity. I'd imagine, apparently not. Not enough people were caught inside of that Blizzard. Ghost are coming right back on their own. It's just mopping the floor with Complexity. This is just a tough one. I mean, that sound barrier from Complexity, maybe almost a bit too early from the mid to... Ended up, the whole fight really happened after that sound barrier was used, and now they don't really have a whole lot to defend with. Winghaven is about to have an Earth Shatter, but the charge from Remix takes Nicholas right into the wall, and Winghaven gets a nano boost. I believe he had the Earth Shatter, sent it off, and now a couple down on the side of Ghost. They had lost 1 or 2. It's still back and forth. Someone's got to get on the payload. On the side of Complexity, they're just pushing it for free. Someone needs to touch it. Nicholas making it there just in time. He'll be able to stall for quite a while, and he is just within the range of the payload. So close from not having enough on it. Torque back on Tracer, trying to stall this one out. At least kill as much time as they possibly can. But Ghost bringing it home. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the time bank.
That is a good time for Ghost. That is a good time. I don't think in that entire defense that Complexity could change to counter Michael enough. You could honestly change 3 heroes. He was absolutely sawing Complexity in half. Now it's going to be Complexity's turn. See if they're able to get it all the way. Otherwise, they're going to be going, well, not home yet, but into the 3rd, 4th match tomorrow.
Right. Now they don't want that, certainly. This is their map. I mean, they've played well, very well here historically, but this time and time again, Michael was just targeting Hardblue. I mean, literally all over him during that offensive push from Ghost, constantly making sure that he used Pulse Bomb on him and was making him a threat, and it was shutting him down time and time again. So be looking to that one. If he decides to stay maybe on a defensive Tracer, that's what they ran last time on their defense, Ghost, and Michael did very well on that Tracer as well. It seems to be pretty much the same setup. Will Complexity go for Sombra play on their offense again? That's a bit of the question. See if they decide to bring it out. So far, not showing it, but there's 30 seconds left in their hero selection, so we'll give him a bit of time.
Torque can certainly play Tracer as well, and if Michael does decide to lock in the defensive Tracer, loitering around is going to be a big problem for Sombra overall. Michael certainly coming out on top in a lot of those duels we've seen in the past. Blam and Baby Bay sticking on their mains along with Connor J, Ajax, and Remix. Really just Michael the one showing off the flex here on this map so far. Complexity does look like they are going to stick with Torque on Tracer as opposed to Sombra. Perhaps just not happy with the overall execution they were getting out of it, the returns they were getting out of it. So now they're going to try something else a little different here, pushing onto the first point, and they are moments away from meeting Ghost, and it is do or die. If they don't get this one done, they will not be making it to the finals.
Now Complexity absolutely needs to win this map, and so far they've brought themselves kind of towards the flank side of Ghost, more towards their spawn side, but they'll come back out trying to play a bit of mind games with them, maybe see if they can get some separation from the Ghost squad. Now Michael's actually pushed himself behind the rest of the Complexity squad. Nicholas is up top now, starting to drop down. He got Baby Bay off the high ground, and it's very scattered throughout the point at the moment, but now starting to separate a bit, and Winghaven actually getting a fire strike that kills Baby Bay, so maybe a bit of an opening for them here. Remix quite hurt himself, ends up going down, finished off Hardblue, ended up killing himself, but it seems as though Complexity, they'll have a number advantage, at least in this fight. Blam very close to dying, actually getting finished off by Shake, so Complexity off to a great start on the offensive side here. There is going to be one top cafe, but taken care of quite quickly, or at least pushed out of that area. Shake apparently is playing a fragging class now, because that guy has picked up at least 3 in that fight. And Complexity taking point number 1 in pretty quick fashion, 5 minutes for the Streets phase.
Good time and a lot of ultimates generated. That's 5 on the board for Complexity. Harblue, the only one with his ultimate not online yet, but he'll get it relatively quickly here in the Streets phase, and that is looking good for Complexity rolling through here. Looks like they may still be alive in this fight overall. Ghost, they've got something to say about, though. They're stepping up right now. Remix is going to be looking for that Earth Shatter. Harblue getting put to sleep, but nothing real big going to come of that. Actually, Baby Bay's going to pick up Harblue right after he get pulled. Nicholas throwing off the self-destruct in the back. He's going to find Ajax and Connor J. And now Ghost, they're on the rocks.
There is going to be attack visor used, but Nicholas uses his self-destruct, and then he's right up there with the defense matrix, shutting down that whole attack visor, and that is so well done from Nicholas. MVP for Complexity in that fight, certainly, making sure his team stays alive, and they will continue to move through the Streets phase, putting together a very solid offense themselves, which they need because Ghost had a brilliant attack phase themselves, so they need to try and match that. Baby Bay still sitting up top on the high ground, but Nicholas is going to come in and try and contest him, make sure he doesn't have too much free reign. They come back in with ultimates now, Ghost, and Baby Bay and Connor J both snagging up a frag, and Winghaven going down to Connor J as well. So they burn some ultimates there, Complexity. They at least use the, Ghost burning some ultimates there. They used the nano boost. That was about it, though. So being able to kill a lot of time with just a nano boost, pretty solid for him there.
Nicholas taking pretty much that entire fight to try and chase down Baby Bay, knock him off the high ground, keep him out of the fight. Eventually did get a kill, but at that point, push was pretty much falling apart for Complexity. Complexity, you're looking for that pulse bomb combo, pushing in here again another time. Harblue, he's going deep, he's got it.
Gonna setting that Graviton down is the connection there. I think pulse bomb was used, but didn't get it off. There was a good sound barrier from Ajax to keep the team healthy. Nicholas and Torque, though, are going to make sure it gets done for Complexity as they now snag up a couple of kills, and that is all Complexity. Just Michael trying to stall on the point as long as he possibly can. I mean, and that's what you want to do in this scenario. If you're going to end up dying anyway, just go die on the payload and stall as much time as you can. It's better to just die than get out in that scenario. But one more attempt for Ghost. They will have it here. Come back out.
Every second matters. In that instance, Michael able to get back to the fight relatively quickly with Diva's boost, so I don't think he was super worried about it.
Pulse bomb from Torque landing right onto the back of Remix, and Complexity using the sound barrier to negate this nano boost given off to Baby Bay. They do come back with a couple of kills, but Harblue is just melting players left and right, but he gets 2 kills in that fight, plus a whole lot of damage on top of that. Complexity will get this second checkpoint in 3 minutes and 31 to work with, just a minute ahead of Ghost's time at the moment, but they still have a decent distance to move it into the last point.
And Complexity coming online with another bomb combo. Meanwhile, Ghost just with an Earth Shatter. They're going to have to make that pay out to shut this down and take some momentum back. Connor J now on May. He can certainly cause problems with the May wall, but he's far away from a Blizzard. Either way, Connor J on anything is dangerous, and May certainly top of the pack.
Graviton comes down, nice ice wall to try and keep these Complexity players away from all the players caught inside of the Graviton. Baby Bay will get the mech out of the way, get Nicholas out of that one, and get Michael out of the mech, excuse me. But I'll be trying to re-engage now. Is Ghost. They come back onto this payload. Winghaven is down there using an Earth Shatter, puts Michael onto the ground, and they will be able to clean up on that. Harblue and Torque chime in for a couple, and this is a good opportunity for Complexity to finish it off right here and right now at least. And they're continuing to get these kills. Connor J and Blam down. Pulse bomb lands onto Remix yet again. Torque has really been targeting him with that one. Now a sound barrier from Ajax is going to try and give them enough beefiness to stay in this fight, but Complexity's just surrounding the payload. They need to kill Michael first. Yes, they'll be able to. Just trying to keep Connor J back so he can't come in and stall. There it is. Complexity bring it in to the final point. Not far off of Ghost's time either. They're just about 20 seconds or so behind them.
This is a familiar situation with these two teams.
Oh, yes.
Seen them in the past.
Oh, yes.
Take it all the way to the house here with 2 minutes left on the clock, perhaps even less for each of their assaults. Don't think maybe we'll see that again, but right now it's going to be Complexity coming out for their offense again first. See Harblu here on that final point, a big part of this team.
Oh, yeah. Harblu's been playing pretty well today for the most part. A couple iffy gravitons here and there, but besides that, he's certainly been making impact for the Complexity squad. This here was crucial for Complexity to try and keep Connor J off that point, because if he's able to get onto it and use his shift ability, his ice block, and get there and stall long enough for the rest of his teammates on Ghost to get back to the point, they kill a lot more time right there. But they were able to keep him off the point, or he didn't jump onto it, one of the two. But at least Connor J did not get onto the point one way or another, and prevented for a lot of time from being killed. So this is Complexity's opportunity. They need to make a good offense happen here. Set the tone for this second half, so to speak. Because if they do not come out on top of this map, they are going to be relegated to 3rd and 4th place, and Ghost will move into the finals to play Immortal. So all on the line here.
They've kept themselves alive here on Hollywood so far, but they're going to have to do it one more time.
As they start on the offensive side, only 2 minutes to work with. They are going to be working with May on the offensive end, and we used to see this a lot from Complexity, using Nicholas on May on the offense. They're going to put that wall up, try and get the separation. They do manage to separate a bit. They got Remix down. He's quite low on health, and he might be the target that they need to come in and focus, but there's just so many heals coming out from Blam, keeping him alive. They do manage to at least get Michael out of his mech, and they do kill Remix. They chime right back as Connor J is able to find Torque. So 1 for 1, but with Michael being out of his mech, he's not going to be doing a whole lot for Ghost, and Nicholas manages, in fact, to kill him, and Ghost having some positioning on the high ground. You have Ajax and Baby Bay off here on top of the balcony, just waiting, really, to re-engage onto this point, maybe once they get some reinforcements through here, but now a nano boost given to Winghaven as he starts swinging away. Connor J had the nano boost on himself, but finished off. He was so low on health. Torque securing that kill, and now Graviton being laid onto the point. Michael, Baby Bay, and Remix caught in it, trying to at least stall time on this point. There's not a whole lot left. Complexity has got to get it together here, either come out on top of this fight or just back up, really trying to get the securing kill, but just can't find it. It's the never-ending fight here. Nicholas is going to have Blizzard shortly, but Complexity has killed a lot of time. Right now, they need to regroup for one more fight. That's all they have, 15 seconds.
Winghaven is going to have to make this Earth Shatter matter so much. They're going to be looking to speed boost in there and get it at the right time, but Nicholas also with a Blizzard that can come up big. Torque with a Pulse Bomb. Joe Meister working on a Sound Barrier. This is getting very close. The Graviton actually coming out from Ghost first. Baby Bay catching a few of them in there, but the Earth Shatter is going to come out from Winghaven.
Earth Shatter, Blizzard gets put in the middle as well. Connor J's caught in that. They need to focus him down in the middle of this fight. He's so low on health in the back. They do manage to get 2 kills. Complexity might just be able to hang on, but Remix caught in the middle of it is going to chime back in with 2 of his own. 3 kills for Remix here. That might just shut down Complexity. Make that a 4th one on top of that. Remix going off on this final point, almost getting a solo hold for Ghost. And Complexity doesn't have a whole lot left on this point. They gotta keep Torque on it. The point's ticking down. Ghost hold on. They stop Complexity from capping.